forward, but I want to go over the time management matrix with you to help you better understand it for your assignment this week. So, the time management matrix was developed by the 34th President of the United States, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and it splits up our times between things that are important and urgent, or not important and not urgent. So, in quadrant one, as you can see here, um, this includes things that really catch your attention and pressure you, crisis, pressing problems. So these could be things like you stay up late to cram for an exam the next morning. So that's both the exam is important and it's urgent because you waited to the last minute to prepare for it. Or you have a group project that's due tomorrow that's not finished. A friend may call you to tell you they are sick and they need a ride to the doctor immediately. So important and urgent. Then in quadrant two, you have things that are important, but they're not so urgent. So these things include relationship buildings, long-term plannings, personal growth, recreation. So there could be some examples of these would be like you start working on homework assignments as soon as it's assigned. You start attending a weekly yoga class. So these are things that are important for you, for your health, but they're not so urgent. So you're doing things ahead of time, right? Um, you and your friends schedule a movie night for the upcoming Thursday, right? You schedule that in, you plan it. It's important to spend time with your friends, but not so urgent. And then you have things in quadrant three that are urgent, but not important. These are going to be things like interruptions, emails, social media, things like that. They seem pressing, but they're really not important to your overall life. So these could be things like you agree last minute to go see a new movie with some friends. That's an interruption more than anything. You keep being interrupted by your group chat going off while you're trying to study. Your friends may come by and invite you to go to dinner with them right now. So, not real important at the moment, but it seems urgent. You get sucked in and you go. So, and then quadrant four is going to be things that are not important and not urgent. So these are time wasters. We want to be really careful not to spend any time really here in quadrant four, but we all do. So this could be spending hours watching Netflix, deciding that you're going to clean your room instead of starting your English paper, spending hours on Netflix, right? We all have done this. We all spend time here, but we need to be proactive, not to neglect activities. So, really, we want to be spending most of our time in quadrant two. So, if we ignore the things in quadrant two, they will eventually become quadrant one. They will become urgent. And then we will be in a life cycle that is continuously in crisis mode and we're reacting, and that is not helpful and very stressful for our lives. So we want to make sure that we are attending to things in quadrant two and using our time wisely. So once you've watched this video and gone over this presentation, you'll go back to week four and complete the time management activity located here. So that pretty much sums up that, but I want to also go over some things that were on our pretest. So I want to speak to you really quickly about majors and degrees. So Carl Albert offers 3 degrees. We have an Associate of Arts, an Associate of Science, and an Associate of Applied Science. But within those degrees, there are several majors, as you can see. So business administration would be your major of your Associate of Arts degree. So you would have an Associate of Arts in business administration. So that is the difference there. Make sure that you note that for your final.